Will you be joining us this morning? Come on, T-Rex, let's go. Yeah, there's some enthusiasm. Why not? What a day. Oh my goodness, look how blue this sky is. Oh, sorry, the sun's too bright, I can't see the blue. There's the blue. Sinking air, subsidence, high pressure, TK shadow, T-Rex, and the hydrangea out the door on Nantucket on another beautiful Tuesday. Tuesdays have been great. Now, the sprinklers just turned off here, so the grass is all wet, but it did not rain last night. It was windy last night. The wind gusted to 35 miles an hour right in the middle of the night. How did that happen, T-Rex? We had a frontal passage, FROPA, it's called. That means when you get a change in the air mass. And we had reports from Maine. Isaac said, it's like a nor'easter up here. Pete Lavasco says, is this a backdoor front, TK? Look at this rain coming at us. I hear thunder. Yeah, there were thunderstorms coming down the coast of Maine. And even Chris in southwestern Connecticut said, what's going on with this wind? It's crazy. Is this a backdoor front? No, it was an upper level, low pressure system with a surface reflection on the coast of Maine that deepened to about 997 millibars, the second sub 1,000 millibar low in 2 days. Whenever you get the pressure down below 1,000 millibars, it's windy, and especially in summertime, it's kind of unusual. It's the cool air mass that came in, but it's not really cold outside. What sticks out in the sunrise map, I put an extra number on here. Black number is the temperature, the blue number is the dew point. Note the dew point down in the 50s, and the red number is the wind gust. On Nantucket at 6 a.m., it was gusting to 32 miles per hour. Well, it's a high pressure system moving in. So now instead of having all that instability and wet weather, we're going to have just beautiful dry weather. How wet was it? Well, flash flooding happened last night after the sun went down in Maine, and there were more than 3 inches of rain. The rainfall jackpot yesterday in New England was 3.4 inches in South China, Maine, that is. And now today is the first day without any severe weather or thunderstorms in New England since last Tuesday. It's a Tuesday thing. Just gorgeous. High pressure, it's about a 1020 high going into the Ohio River Valley. So your wind is mostly from the west and the northwest, probably 10 to 20 diminishing, probably enough for a sea breeze at some of the beaches. But with a day like today, the beaches are as warm as anywhere with high temperatures well into the 80s. It looks like in Boston, it wants to get to about 85, 86 degrees. The offshore flow and the low dew point, that's air coming down from the Worcester Hills and warming and compressing. That's why it gets so warm. Boston be one of the warmest spots in New England today. Here on Nantucket, surrounded by 70-degree water, we'll probably be in the low 70s. And the surf is coming down a little bit. Yesterday I mentioned the surf advisory, and I said Stellwagen was 8 feet. I meant to say Block Island buoy was 8 feet. Anyhow, Stellwagen this morning is at 2 feet, so there's not really too much surf going on, but that's probably some leftover swell. We may make our way to the beach here on the south side today. Oh, look at this. Shocking. T-Rex wants to go inside. All right, Rex. See you later. I mean, it is vacation after all. And I hope I'm not waking too many people up here. Talking with my weatherman voice. You know I've got serious audio issues. So, lots of things going on. It's disturbing to see the disaster ongoing. It's so easy to look right out your door and see what's going on. But if you look about 900, 1,000 miles to the west of New England, out Interstate 90, there where South Dakota meets Minnesota, meets Iowa, and into Wisconsin, the rainfall this month has been in the order of 12 to 26 inches, and there is extreme flooding going on. Jim Cantori's been tweeting about it. Here's a farmer in South Dakota, says 15 feet of water in the house. The horses have been moved to another farm and they're safe, but just a huge disaster in the Midwest. That is the clash of the air masses. If you look at the advisories, watches, and warnings this morning, you see the heat advisories in effect from about Missouri down to the Gulf of Mexico. You can just imagine what it's like. Heat advisories have a higher criteria in a hotter climate, and that's what they have in the South. What was that? Matthew Broderick in that story where he joins the Army, he says it's It's hot like Africa here in Biloxi, Mississippi. I'll never forget that line. And saying to myself, boy, I hope I never spend a summer in Biloxi, Mississippi. Grateful to be here on Nantucket Island. Anyhow, the advisories, watches, and warnings, once again, the green there is the flood in the southern plains. And this morning, ongoing severe weather very close to Chicago. Here is the lightning map showing that just tremendous electric supercell cloud over Lake Michigan, moving out of Wisconsin into Michigan, clipping northern Illinois. Anyhow, that action is headed kind of in our direction tomorrow. I say kind of, I mean the action's headed in our direction, but we don't have that source of heat and humidity, at least not right now, that they do there. So if you look at the Boston 3 to 5 day, just gorgeous today with the sunshine, temperature in the mid 80s, dew points in the 50s. And then tomorrow you see the temperature going back up to the mid and upper 80s, but the dew point is climbing to 70. So that will be fuel for the fire of more severe weather possible in New England tomorrow. But the SPC says, oh, wait a minute. And then you see the temperature and dew point go back down again Thursday and Friday, right? And then the dew point on Friday, yesterday it showed 39. This morning it shows 42. But you get the point. Beautiful weather comes in after that front on Friday. All right, now to SPC. SPC, Severe Storm Prediction Center, says the yellow is the enhanced area for severe weather tomorrow that falls just shy of Connecticut, but we are in the green here, so there will be some strong to severe thunderstorms and perhaps some more flash flooding happening again tomorrow. But if I, instead of showing the timing of the storms, I show how much rain is forecast in our high resolution. What was that? Did you hear that? What is that? That bird just made a nice screech. What was that, Martin? Robin, don't make that noise. Something else scared it, I think. Anyhow, Rob, yeah, thank you, Martin, while I'm on that, for identifying that coot down the road. I'll go find that coot again today and down in the duck pond just down the road. Anyhow, sorry, where were we? The NAM high-resolution guidance, which goes out about 60 to 84 hours, shows the precipitation coming in tomorrow, and it's going to happen first in northern and western New England, and it looks like we're going to have a couple of different batches with, once again, the bullseye for heaviest rain in southern New England could be very close to the Connecticut-Massachusetts border. That's been happening a lot lately, with a forecast of 2 to 3 inches possible somewhere near Sturbridge, Massachusetts, and also another kind of enhanced area in northern Vermont, while central areas of New England look like they're going to miss it. And here on Nantucket, believe it or not, that's about a 0.6 with rainfall possible here. That would happen on Thursday. But once again, these things are like a lottery, and you never know. The stripes can move 50 or 100 miles. It makes a huge difference between you getting 2 inches of rain and you getting 0.02 inches of rain. But that's our next threat of rain on Thursday. So now let's just take it to the Euro. Lower 48 going out. This is the ECMWF. There's our high pressure system coming in, moving to the south, and then on the backside of the high, tomorrow wind comes in from the southwest, gets gusty again, and you get your warm air advection. Then the front comes into northern New England tomorrow afternoon, tomorrow night, and then Thursday it's on the south coast, and that low deepens to 999 again east of Maine as it pulls out on Thursday. And that's another windy factor for us with the winds going from southwest to northwest. Then the high pressure comes in Friday, looks gorgeous. Close to record cold possible Friday morning as that cool high comes in. And then just as quickly, that high is going to go off to our south on Friday afternoon. Saturday looks like a nice start, but then the rain comes in, off and on rain with thunderstorms, with a couple of cold fronts kind of slowly moving north to south through New England Saturday and Sunday. And those two will likely produce areas of flash flooding, especially where the ground is already saturated, Saturday afternoon and Sunday. And that means that there are going to be some rain outs at some of our who's graduating now? Like middle schools? I don't know. I think we might be done with graduations, but certainly wedding seasons. There'll be a lot of puddling, a lot of tents necessary for the weekend. And then new high pressure comes in Monday is July 1st, and it looks like another dose of beautiful air coming in to start July. And then that high just as quickly goes south of us. You get on the backside, the return flow. Hey, keep it down up there, will ya? Sorry, I'm gonna let that plane go by because the last couple of frames in this forecast take us to July 4th. So here's July 3rd, warm air advection, southerly winds, gusty with some showers with thunderstorms possible, another front coming in from Canada, and the very last frame there, that's July 4th at 8 p.m. And we're right on the boundary between hot and humid to the south and cooler and drier to the north, where it looks like it's a quiet front at this point. The fact that there's going to be a boundary means that there'll be action, always action. Just loving this blue sky right now. Once again, the captain and crew of the Lynx hosting a social event for us on Nantucket Sound yesterday. We raised most of the sales. I think we raised, about 3 out of the 5 sales, 6 sales. Still learning, but anyhow, Tom and his Irish sessions players started playing music with waves coming over the rails yesterday as we were sailing in Nantucket Sound with a wind speed of about 20 to 25 miles per hour. He said it was one of the best days for sailing because not only did we have the wind, we had the sunshine and great company. Thank you, Donald, for hosting us. And incidentally, Donald's son, Alex Peacock, is also the captain of a ship, schooner. Bowden made it to the Arctic Circle last week. We talked about it, and then it stopped on Friday in Islip. This is what it looked like in Islip, Greenland, last Friday. Yeah, it's the iceberg capital of the world, and the ice in Greenland has not disappeared even after the summer solstice, and that Bowden schooner is headed north until I think about Friday, and then it's going to turn around and come south. So it's headed through pack ice off of Greenland, just on the south end of Baffin Bay today and tomorrow. So the weather is always better somewhere else. Yeah, the weather is always worse somewhere else, and it's always interesting just about everywhere. All right, talk to you again tomorrow. Happy, beautiful Tuesday. 12:30. Altocumulus Castellanus. Does that mean we're gonna have a thunderstorm? Good. I think I see some convection way out there over the horizon. Facing the Gray Lady that just did a complete 180 right there. And those clouds over the other side of Grant Point, Albert, those are out over Cape Cod. Really? Slump, instability. Look at that one right over the Coast Guard station. Cool. Geez, we haven't been out to the Lynx in almost like 3 days. Donald is stowing a huge musical instrument. Sam's got some musical instruments. We got a band coming on board. Look at all the people that are gonna sing. We're gonna have song. Nice breeze. Not too strong, not too light. Just right.
Orders are aboard that have fostered our way to get to where we are as a successful, sustainable entity of a wooden ship. Lynx is 23 years old. Point. One of the original lighthouse towers still right back here in the Coast Guard station, and then they moved it out to the point.
Second oldest lighthouse behind
Boston Light.
Oh, neat.
Yep.
So we can see that
George
one from my house in
Washington.
Weymouth. That's cool.
George Washington commissioned the Boston Lighthouse.
Wow.
That was under his commission.
Might have been redone once or twice.
But this is also the smallest lighthouse in the country.
So mostly for navigation once you get into the harbor, or?
Yeah, to keep boats on a trajectory of bending around the point as opposed to driving right up on the beach.
Yeah.
Hands to braces. Hold. Hold. Make it. Make it. So we got a modest sail plan set with a bunch of people, and we've got a bunch of instruments on board, including a stand-up bass. So.
Wow. The thing's moving.
Sailor myth is, if you ring the bell without permission, you're cursed for all an eternity.
Oh, okay, wow. Don't do that, yeah.
Can you introduce me to this person?
This right here is my dad, Frank Tracy, the man, the myth, the legend, police officer, lieutenant of Fairfield PD.
That's right.
Yeah. He got me where I am today.
Oh, come on.
So it's such an honor to meet you.
Oh, you too.
I'm not sure I know your last name.
Tracy.
Tracy.
And this is my darling dearest sister, Leah Leah Tracy. First time on the Lynx here.
Hi, Leah. What just came out of the
Stick around for some more party
salon.
tricks.
And there they were, 6 miles out of Nantucket Harbor, and Sessions music setting up. What do you do when you come about? A jig. That's what you do. I hear things crashing in the kitchen.
Sorry everybody, your instruments there.
Instruments
He
just
doesn't
took a
care
little
about
bit of a
anyone.
wave.
Say hi, take the top topsail. Your hands clueless.
Hands clueless.
Good topsail issues.
One off the board.
That's Sam. That's what Sam does. That line just has to get over that yard arm. Whatever you call those things. I think he did it. He did it. Did he do it? Yeah. Who needs a gym when you got a 96-foot mast? Technically, what did you just do?
I found the topsail clue and the topsail yard Flemish horse from the foregaff.
That's what I was thinking. Nicely done.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Let's take a breather.
Yeah. Great Point, Nantucket, Tuesday afternoon, June 24, 2024.
It's part of the job.
Fixed it. 3:20. Going back to port. Nantucket inbound. Gorgeous day for sailing. Sunshine and cirrus clouds now. Well, maybe 75 degrees. Yeah, that looks fun too. Wind power. Competition much? Which one of those houses do you want, honey?
That one,
That one.
that one,
That one.
that one.
All right, well,
Surprised me.
all right.
Well, it's just great at putting people together.
Yes,
Distinct skill. So
it was incredible.
we got to know all these musicians out here. And,
Oh, wow.
I mean, you think of the variety of music that will survive.
Yes.
Gypsy jazz,
I
Irish
know.
tunes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
Simon
covered
and
so many.
Garfunkel. And Haven.
Florida is that.
Captain Peacock putting on a show for the people on the beach.
It's always a pleasure. You never cheated, even if you're not on Lynx, you never cheated as long as you get to see it.
It's, people are waving to us. Hi. How's the fishing?
Got a nice wide harbor to work with today. 27 transits of high-speed boats and ferries through Nantucket Channel every day.
You guys all keeping
We stay in a lot of communication. We make passing arrangements almost on every single vessel going by, so everybody's on the same page.
This osprey just struck the water at like 20 miles an hour, and he got the family some lunch. What's he doing? He's drying off as he goes over. Come on right over it. Scup. Just past 5, we've got cloud, blue sky, cloud, and the wind just kind of coming in waves and strong again. The crew just kind of secured all the sails, and we've had an incredible day. And my phone's out of battery, and you probably can't hear me with the wind, so let's just call it a wrap. How about a time lapse from Weymouth? We haven't seen one of those in a while. Until tomorrow.